Honorable members, I have examined and approved the votes and proceedings of Tuesday, 21st of March, 2023. Is there any member with a petition? Okay, Elder, you have a petition, please. Go ahead.
Thank you, our hard-working Speaker and colleagues. Mr. Speaker, my name is Jerry Alabos. I'm from Imo State, representing Olo Osun East Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, because of the public holidays and elections, we have an accumulation of some petitions with us. But in terms of priority, we have one that is about taking of cables of Coleman Limited. The petition they had to assist them in militating against those who are taking their cables. The second one is about illegal employment going on in LMPC. And the third one is about fire service. And the fourth one is about hospital in the villa. Mr. Chairman, distinguished Speaker, I crave your indulgence to lay this before you.
Please go ahead. You may lay your petition. Any motion of urgent public importance? In the absence, we'll go to the business of the day. Honourable members, the business of the day is presentation of report on the Conference Committee on a bill for an act to establish the National Center for the Coordination and Control of the proliferation of small arms and light weapons in Nigeria, and for related matters, standing in the name of Honorable Adiogun. Honorable Adiogun is invited to present the report. So Honorable Adiogun here. Yeah.
All right, Honorable Speaker, Honorable colleagues, my name remains Honorable Adiogun Adiogun. I represent the very good people of Akoko South in Southwest Federal Constituency. I'm from Ondo State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to move that the House do receive report of the Conference Committee on a bill for an act to establish the National Center for the Coordination and Control of the Proliferation of Small Arms and Light Weapons in Nigeria and for related matters. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Bamishile, please second.
Mr. Speaker, my name remains Femi Bamishile, representing the very good people of Emure, Bonyi, and Ekiti East from Ekiti State. I hereby stand to support the motion as moved by my colleague.
Those in support of the motion, please say aye. Those against, please say nay. Ayes have it. The first order of the day, you may lay your report, Honorable Adiogun. The first order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to provide for the establishment of the National Foods Safety Council and National Food Safety Management Committee of the Official Control of Food and Feed Safety, the obligations of food and feed business operators, and define the functions and powers of institutions of government with the objective of ensuring that food and feed safety risks are effectively managed, and for related matters, standing in the name of the House Leader. Honorable members will recall that the bill was transmitted from the Senate, seeking the concurrence of the House, and read the first time on Wednesday, 21st December 2022. I now invite the leader to move that the bill be now read a second time. Leader. Honorable Akpatase.
Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, I'm Comrade Peter of Helsuja Akpatase in MNI. I represent the people of Akoko Edo Federal constituency. Sorry, I have a problem with my voice. Mr. Speaker, I move that the bill for an act to provide for the establishment of National Food Safety Council and National Food Safety Management Committee for the official control of food and feed safety, the obligation of food and feed business operators, and it define the functions and powers of the institutions of government with the objective of ensuring that food and feed safety risks are effectively managed, and for related matters, HB 2176 be now read for the second time.
Honorable Gagdi, please second.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I rise to second a motion ably moved by the majority leader on a bill to provide for the establishment of the National Food Safety Council to be read for the second reading. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Those in support, please say aye. Those against, please say nay.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, a bill for an act to provide for establishment of the National Food Safety Council and National Food Safety Management Committee for the official control of food and food safety, the obligation of food and food business operators, and define the functions and powers of institutions of government with the objective of ensuring that food and feed safety risks are effectively managed, and for related matters. Second reading.
The bill is referred to the Committee of the Whole. Second order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principle of a bill for an act to amend the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency Act, Cap N30, laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004 to confer additional responsibility of the power to grant and revoke licenses for the cultivation of cannabis or any of its three species, namely cannabis sativa, cannabis indica, and cannabis ruderalis, for medicinal purpose and for related matters, and a bill for an act to amend the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency Act, Cap N30, laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, and for related matters, starting the names of Honorable Benjamin Okeze Kalu and Honorable Olumide Babatunde Oshoba. Honorable members will recall that the bills were consolidated on Tuesday, 28 February 2023, and I invite Honorable Kalu to move that the bill now read a second time.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Benjamin Okezie Kalu. I represent the people of Nigeria, starting from Ben, the federal constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Abia State. I rise to move that the bill for an act to amend the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Act Cap N30, laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, to confer additional powers to grant and revoke licenses for the cultivation of cannabis plants for medicinal purposes and for related matters. HB 1190, 1918 be read the second time. I so move.
Is Honorable Oshoba here? Point of order. Princess, what's your point of order?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. My name is Honorable Princess Miriam Odinaka Onoha. I speak for the people of Okigwe Onimo Isi Alamba, North Federal Constituency. I'm from Imo State. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I rise to make my observation that this same bill has been sponsored by myself, and I'm wondering why it's not being represented for follow-up and further second reading. Everybody in this house knows that I have sponsored cannabis control bill, for which I have received a lot of commendations and some knocks. So I deserve credence to this.
Honorable Fulata, are we aware of, I am, but I mean, she's raised observation that there's a duplication here and her bill should have been consolidated together with them. So what do we do?
Mr. Speaker, I'm not aware of a bill, but I will check with the Secretariat.
Honorable Ben Kalu, are you aware that Princess Miriam has a similar bill on all fours with this?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. I'm aware that I share similar passion for this particular bill with Honorable Princess Miriam. She has moved for a bill on this related issue in the time past, so I'm aware of that. I'm also aware that Oshoba did, but the power of consolidation, Mr. Speaker, is not my responsibility. It's the responsibility of the House, and since it appears on the other paper today, we needed to look at it.
Yes, I think, yes. Honorable Vonta, yes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Uzoma Nkimabonta, I remain. I'm from Abia State. Mr. Speaker, considering the time factor, considering the fact that the two bills are there, considering the fact that we must make haste, it is expedient legislatively that you can, our rule also permits so, order the consolidation that we may take the bills. There are bills on all fours, similar. It will not be good, time-wise, to say step down. All we need to do is to take the bills, or the bill as if we're taking the bills, that we may move forward. That's my opinion.
Honorable Maki.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues. I'm Abubakar Maki Eleman. I'm from Jigawa State. I represent Malamudur Kaugama Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, at this point, this bill has passed the first reading. Now it's at the second reading. And an issue was raised by Princess. I advise this bill should step down, then also let the two of them liaise, then wait for the another legislative day so that we can consider it because of the importance of the bill. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The chairman, business and rules.
Mr. Speaker, unless Honorable Mariam is contending that since both bills are seeking to amend an existing bill, are they seeking the sections that she's seeking to amend? It is come to that of Honorable Ben Kalu. Otherwise, can allow this one to go. If it's not, if what she's requesting to amend is the same with that of Honorable Ben Kalu, it's an amendment. She may not be seeking to amend the same section that Ben Kalu wants to amend.
I think we all remember this bill by Honorable Princess. It was actually on the front burner, national discourse for a long time. But the details is what I cannot remember. Honorable Princess, I don't even think yours was an amendment bill. I can't remember, but what was your bill about? Because Honorable Fulata has raised a point. They may both be about cannabis, but the amendments may be different. So what was your...
Mr. Speaker, even though I might not be able to reel out the full details of that bill, but everything contained in the Cannabis Control Bill, which is a bill for an act to seek control for the cultivation, trade, and use of medical cannabis sativa. It's the same thing that I see in the body of this. It's just a retweet for this. So I think that we should step it down. I have a talk with him. Yes, that's what I advise. And it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Everybody in the House knows about this, so let's not waste legislative time on this. Please. For this same, I've been called Madam Cannabis.
You are very correct.
All right, everybody wants to speak on the cannabis bill. Let's move on. Point of order. Who has a point of order?
Mr. Speaker, my name is Sada Soli Julian. Mr. Speaker, Order 1214, bills of the same subject matter. More than one bill on the same subject matter may be introduced, but A, when the second reading of a bill has been agreed to or negative, the question shall not be proposed for the second reading of another bill of the same subject matter during the same session. On the order of the day relating to such a bill being read, the Speaker shall direct that the bill be withdrawn. Mr. Speaker, on this issue, these bills seeking the amendment of NDLE law are not on the same subject matter. I could vividly remember the bill of Miriam is all-encompassing, amending the law, the act, but did not touch the issue of granting and refusal of the licenses of the cannabis. So if it is not true, provide evidence. This is a house that relies on evidence. So, Mr. Speaker, these bills are concurrently moving into the House. We can accept these bills, but they are not on the same subject matter. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
All right, thank you. I think under our rules, the way I would like to interpret the rule you just read, is that it's talking about original bills and not amendment bills. Because original bills can be of the same subject matter. Subject matter means it's got nothing really to do with amendment. It means the issue, the subject matter. So I think in my own interpretation of that rule, it will be talking about original bills, and when two people have the same bill coming together, you either consolidate or not. This is an amendment bill. If a bill has, say for instance, 100 sections, you can have 100 amendment bills. I think because there's a dispute now, so to speak, you don't know, you just said now that the amendment is to widen the powers to license and revoke licenses, and she's claiming that that's part of her bill. So you see, so we have to err on the side of caution. Anything worth doing is worth doing well. I get Honorable Abanta's point in terms of time is of the essence, because we have very little time left. But I think we cannot sacrifice thoroughness on the altar of time. And therefore, I think we should step this down. Let Honorable Ben Kalu, the chairman business, and Princess look at all the bills and consolidate, agree, and and decide on what to do and bring the bill tomorrow. That satisfies the issue of time as well. We will not defy it till next week. We'll bring it back tomorrow once you guys have agreed. The minority leader, you had a point of order?
I think your submission is in line with what I had wanted to say, that we should step it down and allow for thoroughness and bring it back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is that okay, Honorable Ben? Your amendment is still your amendment. It's just that you need to liaise with
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, I think your ruling is in order. We have to accommodate the interests of our colleague. I know she has done some work in this field, but let's see during review with the business chairman business if there's any difference between the subject matter and that one. If there is, we will go ahead with our consolidation. If there is not, we'll put it together. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I so move that this bill be stepped down for further consideration. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Honorable Ben Carlo. So please, let's bring this back up tomorrow after proper homework has been done by all parties involved. Bill, step down. The third order of the day is a motion on the discharge of committees on referrals of bills. Standing in the name of Honorable Abubakar Hassan Fulata, Honorable Fulata is invited to move the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. I am Abubakar Hassan Fulata. I represent Borneo Creek as a defend the constituency, Mr. Speaker, I'm from Jigawa State. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, discharge of committees on referrals on bills pursuant to Order 18 Group 31G of the Standing Orders of the House of Representatives. House notes that the following bills were separately read a second time and referred to various committees of the House for receive action, namely Federal University of Education, Egwebe, Edo State Establishment Bill 2021, House Bill 1391, referred to Committee on Tertiary Education and Services. Number 2, Federal Eye Center, Pen, Ekpoma Establishment Bill 2021, House Bill 1390, referred to House Committee on Health Institutions. 3, Federal Medical Center, Ile Ekpoma, Edo State Establishment Bill 2021, House Bill 1389, referred to House Committee on Health Institutions. Aware that the committees are yet to present reports on the bills, contrary to the provisions of Order 18 Group 31G of the Standing Orders of the House of Representatives, to it, any matter referred to any committee shall be treated within 30 days. Otherwise, the committee shall stand discharged after 60 days, and the matter committed to the Committee of the Whole for consideration. House resolves to discharge the committees above mentioned from the bills referred to them and commit same to the Committee of the Whole for reconsideration. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Minority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I remain Honorable Ndodi Godwin Elmelu, and I represent the good people of our Neocho Shimile Federal Constituency, and I'm from Delta State. I rise to second the motion moved by the House Committee Chairman on Rules and Business, Honorable Fulata. I so second.
Those in support, please say aye. Those against, please say nay. Ayes have it. Those committees have now been discharged of their referrals. The fourth order of the day is a motion on the recommittal of bills, standing in the name of Honorable Abubakar Hassan Fulata. Honorable Fulata is invited to move the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. I am Abubakar Samfulata. I represent the PLENARY Agrika Samakuli Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I am from Jigawa State. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, the committee of bills. House will report that the following bills were passed by the National Assembly and transmitted to the President for assent. 1. Arbitration and Conciliation Act, Repeal and Enactment Bill 2019, House Bill 91. 2. Customs and Excise Management Act, Repeal and Enactment Bill 2021, House Bill 1729. Federal Medical Center Equigay Establishment Bill 2021, House Bill 1603. Federal University of Health Sciences and Technology, Enugu, Establishment Bill 2021, House Bill 1604. Observe that some fundamental issues which require fresh legislative actions had emerged, hence recommittal of the bills to address the issues. House resolves to commit the bills to the Committee of the Whole for reconsideration. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Idem.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues. My name is Idem Unyime, member representing Ukanafun, Orowanam Federal Constituency of Akwa Ibom State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion as moved by the Chairman, Rules and Business. I so second.
Those in favor, please say aye. Those against, say nay. Ayes have it. The fifth order of the day is a motion calling on the Central Bank of Nigeria to direct all commercial banks to overhaul their online banking service platforms to ease electronic banking operations. Standing in the name of Honorable Sejus Ogun, Honorable Ogun is invited to move the motion. No, Honorable Sejus. Don't worry, Fullerton. I'll just step it down. Honorable Sejus is not here, so it's, the matter is stepped down. I said it. I said it's got an amendment bill. Okay. The sixth order of the day is consideration of a bill for an act to repeal the Customs and Excise Management Act, Cap C-45, laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, and other customs and excise legislation, and enact the Nigerian Customs Service Bill 2022 to provide for the reform of the administration and management of customs and excise in Nigeria.
Order, please.
And for related matters, honorable members will recall that the bill was
Honorable
committed
member
to
from
the
Warri, take
Committee
your seat.
of the Whole on Wednesday, 22nd March 2023. The leader will move for its consideration. Leader. No. It's you are moving for consideration.
Are we moving to the Committee of the Whole? Committee. Right, Honorable Speaker. Silence, please. Silence, please. Honorable members.
Honorable members.
I remain.
You are distracting the leader of the House.
Honorable Osai, take your seat. Honorable Osai.
The leader has the floor.
Dogwa is my name, Mr. Speaker. Honorable Benkalu, take your seat. Honorable members, I represent Dogwa Tujungwada Federal Constituency in Kano State. Mr. Speaker, I rise as directed that the House move that the House do consider reports. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I so move.
Honorable Koko, please, second.
Consideration of reports. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. My name is Honorable Dr. Shehu Mohammed Koko from Kebbi State. I represent the good people of Koko, Bese, Mayamaf, and Federal Constituency. I rise to second the consideration of report heavily moved by the leader of the House. I so second, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Those in favor, please say aye. Those against, please say nay. Ayes have it. Seventh order of the day is consideration of 4 reports of the Committee on Public Petitions. Honorable Alagba also will move for the consideration.
Thank you, very distinguished Speaker and colleagues. Mr. Speaker, my name is Jerry Alabosa from Imo State, representing Olu Osanori Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise so that the House receive and consider the report of the House Committee on Public Petitions on the petition by HNO Lisa and Associates against Nigerian Egypt Oil Company Limited over the non-compliance with terms of settlement contained in the court order of High Court of Asaba, Delta State, in suit number FSCI ASBC CS 46-210. Mr. Speaker, the same consideration, Mr. Speaker.
Silence, please, silence.
The same consideration is being asked by me on items number 8, 9,
Honorable Koko,
and 10.
Honorable Koko, take your seat.
Speaker, I so plead for consideration, Mr. Speaker.
Former Chairman, Climate Change.
Honorable Alkali.
Yeah.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, my name is Honorable Muhammad Adam Al-Ghali, Basajos North Federal Constituency, Plateau State. I rise to second the motion heavily moved by Honorable Jenny. I so second.
Honorable Jerry has moved, supported by Honorable Akali. Those in support, please say aye. Those against, please say nay. Ayes have it. The leader of the House can now move that the House resolve into the committee of the whole to consider the reports. Leader of the House.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Honorable members, I remain Alhassan Ado Dogwa, Mr. Speaker, representing Dogwa Tudunwada Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I am from Kano State. I rise as directed by the Honorable Speaker that this House do resolve to the Committee of the Whole to consider reports. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I so respectfully move.
Minority Leader, your leader had the floor, your leader, Honorable Dogwa, and you were busy chatting away and distracting. Please show some respect for your leader.
Mr. Speaker, my name remains Honorable Godwin Lumelu.
It never changed.
And it will never change.
Yes.
Even in 10th Assembly, it will not
Yes.
change. And I represent an
Honorable Wale Oke was on your seat yesterday.
I delegated him because I was busy making sure that they don't shortchange us.
Okay. So why were you distracting the House when your leader was your leader was
Leader
on his
of
feet?
APC.
It's not the leader of APC, it's the leader of the House.
Leader of it. Mr. Speaker, please, I don't want to talk.
Honorable,
please,
honorable,
let me rest.
Are you the leader of PDP?
I don't want to talk.
Are you the leader of PDP?
I remain the minority leader.
So
and my brother is a nice guy, and I share in his situation, and I like him. But by the grace of God, we will complement each other in 10th Assembly.
Apologize to him for distracting him.
Speaker.
Leader.
I have seconded his motion. I've seconded his
He
motion.
has apologized. He has
I've
apologized,
seconded your
leader.
motion.
But you must be guided.
Eh?
You must be guided by the chair. He
You
said,
see, I want to. You see, now you want to provoke me.
okay, thank you.
Okay, seconded by the minority leader, moved by the leader, seconded by minority leader. House. The question is that the House resolved into committee of the whole. Those in support, please say aye. Those against, please say nay. Honorable Jerry. Those in support, please say aye. Those against, please say nay. Ayes have it. House Court dissolves the committee of the whole.
Colleagues, the first report to be considered is for an act to repeal the Custom and Excise Management Act, CAB, C45, Laws of Federation of Nigeria, 2004, and other customs
and Excise Legislative and enact the Nigerian Customs Service Act 2022 to provide for the reform of the administration and management of customs and excise and following matters, HB 1729. Respected colleagues, Honorable Leke will give us the synopsis of the report.
Thank you, Your Excellency, the Chairman. Honorable Leke Abeji, this is my name. I represent the good people of Yagba East, Yagba West, and Mopamuro Federal Constituency. I'm from Kogi State. Sir, this bill is not a new bill. It came first time, it was adjusted, and it went. It came the second time, it was adjusted, and it went. This time, I think it's only one clause. Yeah, that is it. It's only one clause. No, they are not. It was only one clause which was in the original act that was omitted. The other areas, we dealt with it last time the bill was recommitted, whereby the Ministry of Finance complained that the chairman of the board supposed to be the minister, not a retired deputy controller general of customs, which we corrected here. So the mistake then was that anywhere board appeared, supposed to be changed to minister. When they were doing the cleaning, they didn't do that. So that was why they brought it back. Thank you, sir.
If I may ask, Mr. Chairman, is it a recommittal or chairman?
Chairman.
It's you I'm asking.
Okay, sir. So
is it a recommittal or cleanup? Recommittal means the president possibly returned it to us to do this correction, or the law was signed and then you are now bringing these other elements for a correction. Which one are we dealing with?
It's recommittal, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Plus one. Well, it's because of me. Otherwise I will return it. 4, 12, 184, 212. Colleagues, I think you have to take note of this. Because of the bulkiness of the document, the corrections are just reduced to the areas of concern. That's why we are having this document. Thank you. Respected colleagues, the first report of concern is for an act to repeal the, sorry, give me two. The next report of concern is for is that of the Committee on Public Petition, on petition by H.N. Olise and associate against the Nigerian Ajib Oil Company Limited over the non-compliance with the terms of settlement contained in the court order of the High Court of Asaba, Delta State, in suit number FHC/ASB/CS/46/2010. And I invite Honorable Jerry Alabuson to give us a synopsis of the report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and colleagues. Mr. Chairman, this is a straightforward petition result. It's a case of an oil company, Ajib Oil, not complying with the agreement they had with the communities or host communities. And they went to court, and the court ruled they should go back and settle amicably as contained in the committee representation. where we directed the manager, Nigeria GPOI, to obey the consent judgment of the High Court of Asaba, dated 17th October 2017. Mr. Chairman.
Well, I don't know. I still need guidance. If there's a court judgment and there's no compliance of court judgment, is Parliament the best instrument to pursue compliance of that court judgment?
That is why we align ourselves with them to go back and settle among themselves. If we read the last appeal to the management Nigeria GPOI company representatives and late Chief Congress was to abide by and respect the terms of Memorandum of Understanding they signed on 8 December 2007 to ensure amicable resolution of their matter.
No.
How did that take care of it?
Well, I don't know.
The committee aligned itself with the court matter and told it to go back, as stated by court, to resolve. Because the Parliament is not the place where they will come and talk about legal matters.
Yeah, you are already given a directive by acting to abide. And on saying, are we the best institution to compel any organization or Nigerians to abide by court instructions?
It depends on what they are arguing, Mr. Chairman. This is a matter of compensation of the land, and they did not deny. They did not
yes, sir.
the land
I believe under this matter, sir, it is either my advice would have been for them, this particular institution, to go back to court, to ask court now to enforce their judgment. That would be the best option. Otherwise, because we may be wasting their time. And it depends on your engagement. What is the response from AGIP as of the time you are sitting? What was their response? So that we don't deceive our own fellow citizens.
No, the response of the AGIP, they are saying they are owing part of the money. They are. And yes, they are owing part of the money they are talking about. So that's why we align ourselves with the court rule that it should go back and look at the details and settle among themselves. That's what we did.
Plus one. Recommendation 2. Thank you. The next report to be considered for the Committee on Public Petition, a petition by Mr. Zainab Jibril against the branch manager of the City Monument Bank, National Assembly Branch, on illegal, fraudulent, unauthorized withdrawal of 41,200 naira for her son, Umar Farouk Oshoma Mustafa's kids, account number 5312840019 of 4th November 2021. Elder, you may wish to proceed to give us synopsis of your report.
Mr. Chairman, this is self-explanatory, and it does require some commendations on the committee. The woman in question petition that First City Monument Bank fraudulently withdrew some of their money, and she wrote a petition. Before we could consider the petition, they quickly, when they got a letter of summons, they quickly went back and rectified and paid the woman. We are just urging the House to discontinue the petition. That's all.
I didn't hear your conclusion. I said I didn't hear your conclusion well.
Did I repeat? I said, Mr. Chairman, this is a straightforward case. The petitioner noticed that his money was fraudulently taken from the bank and petitioned the House. When we sent summons to First Monument Bank, they quickly went back and restored it and paid.
Thank you.
So this requires commendation on their part of the committee.
Well done, Joe.
Thank you.
Recommendation 1, carried.
Yes.
report, colleagues, to be considered is the report committee on public petition on the petition by Mrs. Salihu Dahiru against the United Bank of Africa, UBA, on fraudulent and unauthorized withdrawal of 646,000 naira from the account on 24th January 2022. And I invite the leader and elder chairman of the committee to give sense of the report.
Chairman Mutadis Mutandis. The same thing that applies is something that happened in First Monument Bank that happened here too. When we wrote them, they quickly went back and revised and addressed their matter.
Thank you. Recommendation 1 carried. The last report, colleagues, to be considered is of the House of Representatives Committee on Public Petition, on petition by GB Diamond and Co. on behalf of Mr. Joseph Oho Jorio against the Federal Ministry of Commerce and Tourism on unlawful dismissal and flagrant abuse of fundamental human rights. And I invite the leader, chairman of the committee, to give the summary of his report.
Mr. Chairman, the committee looked at the findings and urges the House to direct the Federal Minister of Industry and Trade to mandate the chairman of Federal Civil Service. There were some circulars, Mr. Chairman, that those who were under this type of problem should be reinstated. They omitted this very particular man, a petition. So what the committee said was that should make reference to the circular that said that all of them should be reinstated and also reset it. It's a matter of what is good to the extender is also good to the goose, Mr. Chairman. All of them that were into that bracket, there was a circular that all of them should be resetted, with the exception of this man, by mistake. He petitioned us and we were saying that they should make reference to that petition, that circular, and also restate this very man. That's what happened, Mr. Chairman. Look at item 60, 61, and 62, committee's recommendations and conclusions, Mr. Chairman.
Recommendation 1. Recommendation 2. Recommendation 3. How many recommendations do we have? Huh? Recommendations. I said 3. You said carried. Leader, move that the House debate to plan to report progress.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Honorable members, I rise to move that this Honorable House do report to plenary and report progress. Mr. Chairman, honorable members, I so move.
Chibui.
Mr. Chairman, honorable members, I move that the House, I second the motion that the House do report to plenary to report progress.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Against say nay. The ayes have it. House is hereby to report to plenary to report progress. Thank you. Respected colleagues, the House and the Committee of the Whole considered a report on the bill for an act to repeal the Custom and Excise Management Act Cap C45 Laws of the Federation of Nigeria another 2004, another customs and excise legislations, and enact the Nigerian Customs and Excise Act 2022 to provide for the reform of the administration and management of customs and excise in Nigeria and for related matters. Approved clauses 4, 12, 184, and 212, and the long title of the bill. I don't know. Clerk. Well, sorry. Colleagues, I will beg that we approve this with the intention that these are not the only clauses we are approving, but because these are the areas that are brought out for consideration, we have approved it alongside the remaining clauses as contained in the Act. Thank you. So you have to amend their title. The House and the Committee of the Whole considered a report on the Committee on Public Petition on the petition by H.N. Olise Associates against the Ajib Oil Company Limited over compliance with terms of settlements contained in court order of the High Court of Asaba, Delta State in suit number PFHC/ASB/CS/46/2010 and approved close recommendations 1 and 2 of the report. Respected colleagues, the House and the Committee of the Whole consider the report of the Committee on Public Petition on the petition by Mrs. Zaina Jibril against the branch manager, First City Monument Bank, National Assembly Branch on illegal, fraudulent, and unauthorized withdrawal of 41,200 naira only from her son Umar Farouk Oshoma Mustafa's kit account number 5312840019 on November 4th, 2022, and approved recommendations of the report. Respected colleagues, the House and the Committee of the Whole consider the report of the public petitions on petition by Mrs. Sailu Dahiru against the United Bank for Africa, PLC UBA, on fraudulent and unauthorized withdrawal of 646,000 naira only from the account of on November 24 November, January 2022, and approved conditions of the report. The House and the Committee of the Whole considered the report of the Committee on Public Petition on the petition by G.O. Diamond and Co. on behalf of Joseph against the Nigerian Ministry of Commerce and Tourism on an unlawful dismissal, flagrant abuse of fundamental human rights, and approved recommendations 1 and 2 of the report. Leader, move for the adoption of the report.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I remain Alasan Ado Dogwa, Mr. Speaker, honorable members. I represent Dogwa Tujungwada Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I am from Kano State. I rise to move, Mr. Speaker, as directed, that this House do adopt the report of the Committee of the Whole. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I so respectfully move. Thank you.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, my name is Mohamed Tair Munguno. I represent Marcha Munguno Nganze Federal Constituency of Borno State. I second the motion that the House do adopt the report of the Committee of the Whole.
Respected colleagues, those in favor of the motion say aye. Against say nay. That's have it. Leader, move for the adjournment of the House tomorrow.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My respected honorable members, I rise to move that this honorable House do adjourn till tomorrow, Thursday, the 23rd of February, March 2023. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I so respectfully move.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, I move that the House do adjourn to tomorrow, the 23rd of March, 2023.
Those in favor of the motion say aye. Against say nay. The ayes have it. House is hereby adjourned to tomorrow, 11 a.m.